Hello, everybody. We have another fashion nightmare disaster situation, and I needed to call on Mumbles again to help figure out what the heck is going on.
I'm here, Officer Mumbles, reporting for duty. Fashion police.
Oh, yeah. But not the bad police, the good kind.
No, the good kind.
Working
I'm the good
for the
cop.
people to solve just like regular, we're like volunteer firemen, but for like fashion disasters, and we have to put out the
Fashion
flames.
vigilante.
I like that. Yeah, that's way better than like fashion police because there's no like
Right?
icky connotations.
Exactly. Fashion vigilante sounds better too. It's more fancy.
I agree. So Mumbles, I came across this like interesting article that I wanted to share with you, and it's called 10 of the worst outfits in video game history. And it's an article that I found on a website called High Snobiety. And
is that how it's said?
I think so, right? Like high snob. How would you say it?
No, you're right. I think you naturally want to add an R in there is the problem. But there's no R, is there? It's just high snobbity.
And what's the interesting thing, too, is it's not actually written by anybody. It just says by staff, which means that, like, they didn't even have the balls to put their name to this because maybe they know how bad this article is.
They're like, this was a mistake, but we already said we were going to do it, so... No, it says words by... two dudes, it looks like.
Well, that immediately explains everything. No offense, but like it kind of does. Like, hey, there's this sort of like homophobic trend going on with a lot of the comments made on these outfits.
Gee. Yeah, I also find that when guys don't like styles, it's because the ladies might be attracted to men in those styles. And so in wrestling, we call that boyfriend heat, where if a dude in a video game is very hot, it's very likely that other dudes won't like that character because it's boyfriend heat.
Right, because it's like competition.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the peacocks. It's like you have to have your finest feathers, and it's
right,
all really
exactly.
and so you're saying that all these characters are potential boyfriends.
Yeah,
would be seen by women.
Right. This whole article just might be boyfriend heat. Like that might be the whole thing. Is just I don't like my girls looking at that hot 2D character. That makes me uncomfortable. So he has bad style. I don't like his shoes.
We're already starting off with the banner of this article being Dr. Robotnik. So
yeah,
like I don't know if this is your like self.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't want to get with a crazy maniacal supervillain who has a robot army and a great mustache? Like, I don't know.
It's hard to find a guy that knows how to like style their facial hair nowadays.
For real. Yeah.
Everybody has a beard, but then everyone forgot that there's maintenance involved in doing such a thing.
Yeah. Not a lot of people can get it right.
But so do you want to just go through one by one and then we can say, you know, maybe why these aren't the best takes and maybe what the right takes are?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's dive right in.
So it's so funny that the first one is Titas because I like just ranted and raved about how horrible he is. But the one thing I didn't talk about was his outfit because I think it is the one thing that is unfairly targeted.
Look, it is a extra outfit. You don't go walking around looking like Titas thinking you're just like one of the regular people in this world. You're doing it because you think you're special. And that's fine.
This isn't really that out of the ordinary from any other Final Fantasy character.
If anything, it's sort of like the prototype for Sora. Like, it's got the whole too much chains, shorts. Here's the thing I love about this outfit, for real, is he's got the shorts that are like about to the calf length, and then he has shorts that are up to his thigh. Like, he's got half of him is shorty shorts, the other half is calf length shorts. I love it. It says, look at these gams, but also I'm a bro. Like, That's cool.
I'm
down with that.
And in the article they claim that has to do with the fact that his clothes are hand-me-downs, which doesn't make any sense because it's not true. He was like a famous blitzball star, so he probably had like nice clothes. Second of all, it wasn't broken. It's how the pants are. It's called asymmetrical design.
On further inspection, he is wearing shorts. Well, I guess it's in overalls. I don't know if it's just shorts. I think it's part of the overall package. But it looks like their zipper. Remember those from the early 2000s? The zipper shorts, where if you unzip the bottom part, you got shorter shorts now.
Yeah, cut off pants.
So maybe he lost one side of the shorts.
But the thing is like it's also hot in Final Fantasy X. Like they're in a lot of tropical locations. So like maybe it got hot. You need to just like unzip and be done with it.
He's like, I don't want to do both. That's exposing a lot of gams.
It's a style choice. It wasn't an accidental thing, and you got to give him credit for it. And I don't appreciate the whole German biker bar comment that the article writer makes, because I don't get that at all. Because there's one chain, it's a German biker bar style. Like, what the heck?
Is it because, like, it's dark fabric, the overalls are? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it's like, yeah. And I think you're going to see this affinity for leather that the authors have. and it's such a dumb thing because it's so stylish, and it's not one of those things that is only for women. Like, it's one of the unisex things that look both like good on men and women. I just don't get it.
I know. Notice in this article, they like immediately start with like, it skims his nipples. It's like, I mean, I guess.
Is that where your mind is going, sir?
I've seen Titas so many times in my lifetime, and I've never thought, oh my god, I can almost see his nipples.
Yeah,
like,
I've never thought of that either. That's a good point. Yeah, I think we're getting a theory here about... So, speaking of leather, we got the next one down the list is Wesker, which...
Ooh. This is the boyfriend heat one. I think he's hot. This whole outfit is hot.
Look at all the things that they cite. They cite the Matrix, which is always a thing. Like, people have this thing about, like, Neo and, like...
Hot.
You know, and then Malfoy hair. That's, like, another thing. Right?
Malfoy,
and then Crystal Method.
Listen. Hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Like,
all three of those things, like, if you're a goth girl and you were even a prototype goth girl reading Harry Potter, you're like, I know Malfoy's a bad boy, but his description in this book sounds hot. Like, slick back blonde hair, dark clothing, come on. Like, that sounds great to me. That sounds fun.
Yeah, and like, you say that and your mind doesn't say, like, that's bad fashion. You say that's a choice, but it's not like, oh, bad, worst ever.
Have you seen some of his other outfits? Because they're all smoking hot. Like, he has this one, like, suit jacket, and the blazer has, like, it's textured, and he's still got the zipper, and he's got the leather gloves. Like, it's hot.
I've never been disappointed with the appearance of Albert Wesker in any of the Resident Evil games.
Never would it even cross my mind. When I saw this on the list, I was like, oh, you're just jealous because this dude's hot. Like, there's no other explanation.
and the Matrix isn't it doesn't connotate a bad thing. That was a very stylish thing at the time. It was huge.
And it still is. Like, I've been meaning to go back and watch the old Matrix trilogy, and when I think about it, it's like everything in that was like super cool looking. All of the outfits, like Neo looked cool, the whole gang looked cool. Like, I don't know what about this is unfashionable.
The next one, Jo Beth Casey from Timesplitters, and like this character I remember, and she was in like the zombie level or whatever, so she's kind of like that archetypal, like, final girl. They're claiming that she is the epitome of over-sexualization in female characters in video games, but I actually think she's got a fair amount of clothes on.
I think it's just because she's being overt with her sexuality. And I think that some people can misinterpret that as, oh no, she's being sexualized by men. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I see this a lot in arguments about whether or not female characters are designed the correct way, which is a messed up thing to see people talk about. But sometimes characters have a lot of things on them that look like it's meant to be for men, but it actually like is a weirdly empowering thing for women. And I think her outfit, it's first of all like proto new Harley Quinn outfit. This was before Harley changed her whole look.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like it. And it's this trend of like, I want to wear like alternative clothing. I want to have like a weird take on the cheerleader outfit. I want to look strong. And I want to be honest about like how I feel. And I think that like having a shirt that says slut on it, like that's the girl like being like overt about her sexuality, not necessarily her being sexualized.
Yeah, I mean, she had to buy the shirt. It wasn't a label put on her. But also, I think it's also just an Arrested Development joke.
I thought that too, and then I was like, I don't know, maybe not, but maybe.
Even if it's not a reference, though, your point definitely still stands, which is the other side of it. If it's not a reference, which the article writers totally missed.
I think it was, because, okay, so that episode came out in 2003. This version of Timesplitters, this outfit that they're talking about, was 2005. So it probably was a reference to Arrested Development.
Like, it's even like the same color. Like, wasn't it like in red text?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's probably a reference to it. And
if you've never seen the show, in that particular situation, it's evoking basically the same thing. Although it's she's using it to
mess
up
with
men.
her dad.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah. So, but she's definitely like a character that like takes control of her own sexuality. So it's like, you know, whatever. And especially when it's in such a campy game where they're making a parody of like the Final Girl and like different genre films. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of that.
Here's the thing: when you see a lot of girls cosplaying an outfit, then you need to rethink whether or not that's a problematic outfit. Because that means that women are finding power in that outfit. And so I've seen plenty of cosplay Timesplitter stuff that look just like this. There's something there that, I mean, maybe it was obviously designed by a man, but I don't think it's bad fashion. And I also don't think it's inherently sexist. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No, I completely agree with you. The next one is Tingle. Which is just mean, in my opinion, because he wants to dress like Link, but he can't wear Link's outfit, so he has this sort of like makeshift thing he came up with, and like it's endearing and cute.
Yeah, and I don't care for the whole blurb that they wrote about this. Like, it's problematic.
Yes.
Let's just leave it at that. But like, I think that Tingle is an icon. Like, how dare you? He's an icon.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Tingle. If you don't have the abs of Link, if you don't have lonk abs, then like, you know, you can wear something goofy and have fun, and you shouldn't be judged for it just because you don't have lonk abs. Like, sorry, I'm not wearing a crop top. I'm doing my own thing, you know?
Yeah. And if you think about it, like the way his family coordinates the matching outfits and different colors, it's very nice.
I was surprised to see this on here too. I was just like, did they run out of like content? Were they like, oh gosh?
Well, no, because we're only at the beginning of the article.
Right.
We're not even halfway through yet.
Let's talk about things that look good on Tingle. I love the hat. I love the little like pointed ear parts of Tingle's like mask hat thing. It looks great.
Do you think there's hair under there? Is that what that is? Or no, those are his ears.
I think it's like he's trying, either he has elf ears or he's trying to mimic having elf ears, so he built it to look like that.
Right, because he's not Hylian. So he wouldn't have the ears naturally.
I've cosplayed as Harley Quinn before, and you can't just make Jester like ears and think that if your hair goes in it, it'll look great. You have to build it to make it the shape that she has it.
So when I say Bayonetta, is the first thing you think of bad fashion or legendary groundbreaking fashion?
Look, this is another puzzler. Like, sometimes I just want to like email these guys and be like, do you have eyes? Do you know? I think that no one has ever said any character in Bayonetta has bad fashion. I'm pretty sure we all agree it's a very fashionable game. That's almost the point of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be excessive. They're not going to be wearing shorts and t-shirts in Bayonetta. Like, I don't know what else. Like, what else would you expect? I think he's the main villain, though.
Especially with his style. Okay, so it's Father Balder, which, first of all, what a cool name. His whole deal is that he wears this like all white outfit with peacock feathers. Okay? First of all, peacock feathers are cool.
And
Agreed?
Expensive.
Yes, especially like gold plated ones that they look like. The issue they have with him is, I'm just going to read this. He's a sinister enemy with religious overtones and a regal, evil wizard vibe. But let's clear this up right now. No one wearing a floor-length tunic, monocle, and peacock feathers was ever sinister. Bud, did you not hear, like, what those words are? Like, monocle, floor-length tunic, peacock feathers. First of all, that's basically Ric Flair. First of all, wrestling reference, look it up. And he wears a robe and like peacocks around and stuff. Like, monocles are very sinister. They're like top
it's
sinister
literally
accessory.
Like the stereotypical villain accessory.
If I had to close my eyes and go, is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? I would say bad guy, scary guy, has money, might mess me up. He's got all the things. And let's just pull apart, like, let's forget about the fact that he obviously is dressed like a supervillain, and this person is crazy for thinking that he's not. Gold plus white plus peacock feathers is dope. Like, that is awesome. That looks great. That's saying, I've got money, and also, I like looking good.
Yeah, it's like I put time into coordinating this. I'm expensive. You'll notice that, so I have, like, I looked up a few more pictures, and what's actually interesting is that the peacock is actually, the body of the peacock appears to be draped around his neck. So it's not even just like the peacock feathers are coming out of nowhere. Like, they cherry-picked the worst picture, too. Like, they unfairly, and like, there's a cosplay. That's what I do with like the fashion review videos. I look up cosplay sometimes, and I'm like, okay,
same. You
know, like, can they pull it off in real life? And it's like, yes, and clearly it looks good in real life too. It's not just the drawing.
Look at this one. It's the same guy, I think.
Oh yeah.
Woof, woof. That looks rad. I'm getting more upset. I'm getting hot. This is making me mad. Like, this is a great outfit. The mask? Did you see the mask?
And like, it like matches the feathers of, like, it's all like appliqued correctly and on theme. I don't know. I think it's like that whole, like, it's a little bit feminine. It's like a floor length tunic, so it's like a dress.
You know what I also like about it is that it looks like he can move around in it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it looks like it's meant for him to do his like fighting in it. You know what I mean? And like, that makes it fashionable and functional.
And that's Bayonetta, right? Like, every character is wearing like something where they can shoot the guns on their feet.
Yeah, and it's meant to sort of, it's a play off of like the Pope outfit too. Like, if Bayonetta is so much about like kind of playing with religion, if you have a bad guy who has this like Pope outfit, that is all in keeping with the game. It looks good, it's functional, it's scary. It's 100% sinister. I don't care what this dude says. Like, this is a Ric Flair outfit. Like, this is Ric Flair, and it makes me so mad.
I have a sidebar wrestling question.
Okay.
So, is there an issue with people getting this way about fashion and wrestling? Like, are they very homophobic about the way that they're wearing like tight outfits? And
okay, so great question. Since wrestling is what it is, not really, unless the wrestler is making a statement. So there have been wrestlers that purposely wear stuff that's provocative to try and either get heat from men or show that they have like a different sexuality. Like, there's a wrestler now named Velveteen Dream, and his gimmick is basically Prince. He's just Prince now. And so a lot of the things he does is very sexual and kind of bisexual a little bit. And actually, he's a good guy, and everybody responds to it really well. And there's other people who use it as a way to get attention or kind of push limits with people. So I think wrestling and sexuality is really interesting because it's a lot more open. Because you're used to, I mean, if you watch wrestling, you're used to seeing two guys in tighty whities just grappling with each other. And so it's hard to just be like, oh, that outfit is not what I, approve of or whatever, because everybody's wearing tiny shorts, you know what I mean? So
it's so weird how things are like justified in some situations and not. Like,
totally.
And it really is like the same thing where it's like villains have this showmanship and they have to like, it's theater and they have to display like that on their costuming, because that's just how video games are. It's just like any other thing.
And in wrestling, the bad guys tend to be more flamboyant than the good guys, and that's always been the case. But I don't think recently it really is like, like, I don't like that guy because I'm homophobic. It's more like that guy is showing off how good he is, and he's showing off how much money he is, and I don't like him because of that.
Now, speaking of wrestling, has there ever been a Super Mario like dressed wrestler? Because that's what the next one is. Apparently, we got the character Super Mario from pretty much every Nintendo game ever has the worst fashion.
Who has ever called Mario Super Mario? Who are you? Show yourself.
Well, the thing is, Super Mario's when he has the mushroom, and I guess that means they think that any Mario is a Super Mario, and we've just never seen Small Mario.
Never in my life have I ever seen. I'm such a good gamer. I've never seen Small Mario. Only Large Mario. Okay, so it's Mario. Mario from the Nintendo series. We all know his outfit. Red hat, red shirt, gloves, blue overalls, functional shoes. What's wrong with this outfit? I don't
Their
understand.
Justification is that we're all wrong because we've seen Mario so much that we have accepted the fact that his outfit is bad. But at the end of the day, it's still overalls and a hat. And the hat really, over time, has only grown in significance since, Super Mario Odyssey has come out, and, you can change outfits, and Mario has become so much more fashionable over the years that, like, it's embarrassing for them to even go there.
It doesn't make any sense. It's an outfit meant for a plumber. Is this unfashionable? I think it's freaking cute. It's exactly the same problems they have with it, but it's on a lady and it's cute.
And
What's
even
wrong
overalls, like with the pants, are actually in style again.
Yeah, I've seen girls walking around with just overalls and a regular t-shirt underneath, and it looks fine.
Also, he's a plumber. Like, that's what he would wear to his job.
Look, she's looking great. It's a cat suit, but it's Mario colors. Is it the colors that are the issue?
She looks like Katy Perry, too.
Yeah, like, I guess I don't understand, because I think the primary colors, first of all, can be very fashionable, have been fashionable for a long time, you dummies. And B, like, he's a plumber. He's just going to work.
Yeah, it's like you would go to like a construction site and just like be like, you guys look like shit. It's like, yeah.
My dad is a construction worker, and never once has he come home and I'm like, you're not fashionable. I know you're making money to feed me, but you need to work on your fashion at work.
It's just a disgrace, really. So the next one is also a bit of that like same sort of weird generic slight for some reason. They've chosen to go after poor Paul Phoenix from Tekken, who is just wearing a regular gi,
pick.
Just like anyone else.
It's a gi. Like that's it. I don't understand why him, because it is similar to many other video game character outfits. Like why him specifically?
Well, he does have the hair that's like slicked up into a mohawk, but that's also a very particular Japanese style.
I guess I don't get it, because that hair is like supposed to be extra. That's the whole point of it. Do they just not like his attitude?
Yeah, they call him a jock.
He is.
But it's like, it's a fighting game. They're all jocks. That's the point.
It is such a regular outfit. Have they never played a Street Fighter? Have they never played any of the other Tekken games? Have they ever played any other fighting games? I guess I don't get it, because this is a regular outfit for regular dudes who fight. I think that they don't like his attitude, and they think that attitude...
It's like stepping on their game or something. Yeah,
like, so I think attitude can play into fashion, and it should, because if you've, like, for example, if you're, you know, real serious and stuff, and you wear black all the time, it's your attitude matching your fashion. That's rad. But I think that, like, just because he dresses like a jock because he's a jock doesn't mean it's bad fashion.
No, absolutely not. It's just practicality at the end of the day. And it's like...
He's got other outfits in the other games where he's like wearing like a Mad Max outfit and it looks great. He's like American flag, leather jacket stuff. Looks awesome. I think that there's so many other fighting characters you could go after.
So the next one, I'm going to post the, because it's not exactly the best picture. So I posted the original Amano art for Kuja from Final Fantasy IX. And I guess... They're claiming that it shows unnecessary skin and that it's like an Arabian belly dancer getup. And
I don't know.
It says he makes us feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay. So let's describe the outfit. First of all, rad shoulder pads. The art that you posted is beautiful. But if you look at the character model, he's got shoulder pads. And they're red. Yeah, look at those. Awesome. Shoulder pads.
Yes.
He's got kind of a crop top thing going on, which is cool, which has been cool since Rocky. If you don't like crop tops, then you don't like Rocky. The film's Rocky.
Also,
Balboa.
it's very similar to what Titas wears, and it's very similar to what Vaughn wears from Final Fantasy XII. It's that crop top.
Totally.
It's the nipple thing again. It's like...
They look good. If you've got the bod, wear a crop top.
Yeah, and if
you don't got the bod, wear a crop top.
Yeah,
crop tops look great on everybody. Yes. I love them. Okay, all right. Sorry.
No, I agree.
I always, whenever I see someone wear a crop top, I'm like, yeah, you go. Like, good for you. Awesome. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like. You wear a crop top. You're officially awesome in my book. Okay. Anyway. So we've got the problem I think they have with this is that he's like kind of wearing like a thong, essentially, like along with his robe, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, right? They call it a jock strap.
It looks more just like a thong to me than a jock strap, but I think that's because they're uncomfortable looking at it, is my guess.
And they literally said that. Now keep in mind... So Kuja is the villain of Final Fantasy IX.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a party member. So, like, there is some some sinisterness to it. Often, like, Final Fantasy characters with, like, the gray hair are the light, you know, we've seen that a lot. And it's got, like, a little bit of the armor look to it, but, like, it's not... It's all done, like, the comments are made for xenophobic reasons. And while I wouldn't say this is, like, amazing, it's definitely, the criticism is not coming from the right place.
I don't think it's appropriating anything. And I think the point of it is to make him cute. Like, I think it looks cute. Like, I think it looks good. And he's just another villain who's like, I'm extra, so I'm wearing kind of an extra outfit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. I think it looks good. I think that, like, whatever their criticisms are, it comes from a place of insecurity. I think it's like, if that outfit makes them uncomfortable, it's because they're insecure about something. Like, I think it looks great.
Speaking of insecurities and people that might steal all your girls, the next one that they decide to go after is poor old Dr. Robotnik, Dr. Eggman, as they say.
What a weird pick.
Very strange. I would even barely classify any character in Sonic as having clothing at all.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is definitely clothing, but they're just making fun of how fat he is.
Yeah, okay, so let's go over his outfit. It's supposed to kind of, like, mimic Mickey Mouse a little bit, with the dark bottoms going a little high and then the red top and then the white. Like, that's kind of a Mickey Mouse look. I think the point of it was to make him look so different from Sonic that you could go, oh, yeah, he's the bad guy.
So let's say you have the body of Dr. Robotnik, where you're literally like an orb person. How would you dress?
What would it matter? Like,
no matter what you would put on, this article author would make fun of you because they're just making fun of you for being round.
If you look at the outfit for what it is a mad scientist jacket. He's wearing functional pants and he's got some goggles.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad thing. And I think that maybe because it is bright primary colors and he's also a bad guy, it was easy for them to make that their title or their splash image.
Yeah.
For this article. You know what I mean? Like, look, we got Dr. Robotnik in here. What silly things are we going to say about him?
Yeah, exactly. It's literally just a shirt and pants.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And I've seen other versions of Dr. Robotnik where it's more of a like a flight captain jacket, and it looks rad. It's like Teddy Roosevelt. Like, he's got
Oh, I have it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, I like that.
So
I thought you were going to talk about, because he has like a cape version.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I like about, that's what I think is like key for fashion, is like you have your style and you evolve and you change it over time. And I think that Mario too has done this, but Dr. Robotnik, and you change for the times, and that's versatility, and that shows good fashion sense, I think.
That looks good. That looks like a Ninja Turtle bad guy.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see the issue.
And so the next one is one that I always have like a personal problem with, just because I think that there's so many people that make fun of the BDSM community at large just because of Voldo. And I like, again, it's just like coming from such an ignorant place, and it's coming from a place of like, this is why we can't have nice things, because people like can't take this even a tiny bit like seriously.
I don't know. This whole paragraph that they wrote about him is very problematic.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing is just, I don't like the kinks that you have, so therefore bad fashion. That's the entire reasoning that they have. I think the point of the first of all, like, I think some character design in video games transcends fashion. You're not going to be wearing this on the street. The whole point of it is to make you uncomfortable. That's the point of the character. Voldo. That's the point of his outfit. It's not about fashion. It's more about who he is in portraying his character, because in fighting games, you don't have necessarily all of the story to tell. It's just, look at this guy versus look at this guy. Let your imagination go. And so that's why he's dressed this way. So
it's all designed to complement the movements and to create a spectacle on the screen, not unlike wrestling, where I'm sure that like the outfits chosen by the wrestlers play a factor into how they fight.
So the whole point of his outfit is to show his character without you hearing him say anything. Like,
because he also is a character that doesn't talk.
I know.
It all makes sense. And so can we take a second to like just talk about the outfit that they've chosen? Because I think that like there's a lot of outfits they've chosen, and Voldo has such a variety. But like, can we please talk about the ingenuity that is the cock cover that is a claw? The claw codpiece?
No, it's better than a claw codpiece. If I'm correct, this is the spider outfit, and that is a spider head.
Oh my god, that is so cool.
It is so rad. Also, he picked a fuzzy spider because it looks like a court jester kind of thing. So it's like colorful. It's a fuzzy spider. He's got like the little spider head. It's got jewels encrusted on it. He's got the jester shoes. Like the pointed shoes is very like, haha, I'm here to entertain the king. Like, this is a great outfit.
Yes.
Out of all of the outfits you could choose for him, this is one of the best ones. You could have picked a worse one, is the thing.
Yes, we could have helped, we could have helped you out to like cherry pick a little bit better.
There's some really like ones that make even me uncomfortable. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. That makes me uncomfortable. But this one is cute and fun and wacky and cool.
And I wouldn't have such a problem with this article if it wasn't for the fact that it's like literally the first thing that pops up, which is not acceptable.
The biggest issues I have with it are, it seems a little, if not homophobic, like a little just scared of their own sexuality. It seems like
they're afraid to wear primary colors, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like they are kind of into body shaming, which I'm not cool about. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And I also think that they don't take into consideration the character's identity and how it plays into the fashion. And that is such an important role in fashion, is your own identity. So,
yeah, and especially in video games where it's like the design does so much of the talking. And I think it's they only went after one female character, which is surprising.
That is interesting. And they picked one that they thought they would get points for.
Yeah.
It feels like.
You're like well, look at us, girls. We're not okay with this either.
We think this is too sexy.
But not like any sort of significant female character. They picked like a optional playable character in like a game that no longer is played by anyone.
Not even a outfit that I necessarily associate with her, I guess. It's one of her outfits. It's not even like the top one, I don't think. So, whatever. Hey, fashion vigilantes. Make sure to check out Mumbles' channel. She does a lot of quick videos on indie games. But before you leave, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment about the takes we talked about today.